Students, today onwards we'll start science. The first chapter in the science is chemical reactions and equations. Students, in the last ninth standard, you have studied something related to physical change and chemical change. There are some of the examples which you can see on the slide. On the screen is the textbook first chapter. You can see some of the examples are given, like grapes get fermented, food is cooked, food is digested. So there are some changes taking place in it. There are mainly two types of changes: physical changes and chemical changes. The physical changes means there is a change in the state of matter. If you burn an incense stick, okay, so it will, incense stick, you burn, you have a smell of it. So that is a change in the state of matter. But there are some changes, some chemical changes which takes place. There are some chemical reactions. In your text there is first activity. This is activity 1.1. In this there is a magnesium ribbon of 344 centimeter. It's cleaned by the sandpaper. Why we clean it? Because there are some dust molecules on it. To clear it, we clean it, and it is burned. When it is burned, what change come in it? So you must see that the magnesium ribbons burns with a dazzling white flame and change into white powder. And so there is a reaction taking place between magnesium and oxygen. In the same way, we have a second activity where we take a lead nitrate solution in the test tube and we add a potassium iodine solution in it. There also a change will come. The change will be in the form of the color. Okay. And third activity which is being say in your text is that zinc granules are taken in a conical flask and dilute hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid is added. You can see in the figure, this is a conical flask. Conical flask is there, and when you add dilute sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid on the zinc granules, a gas is liberated, and the gas liberated is hydrogen gas. So from all the above three activities, what we can conclude? That we can conclude that whenever there is any chemical change is taking place or chemical reaction is taking place, there is a change in the state, change in the color, change in the evolution of the gas, or change in the temperature. These all are chemical reactions. So in this chapter we'll study about chemical reactions and we'll study about chemical equations. Now see, this chemical reaction we studied in earlier example, magnesium and oxygen are reacting with each other and magnesium oxide is formed. This can be represented in the form of an equation. You remember in mathematics we were representing. So you can see the equation like this way. This is the simplest way which I am highlighting out. There is, what is it? Magnesium plus oxygen. Magnesium plus oxygen. This is symbolically represents that this gives magnesium oxide. These are reactants. Magnesium and oxygen are the reactants and magnesium oxide is the product. So this way the chemical equation can be represented. This equation is represented, this side is the reactant side, this side is the product side. You can see. So what is a product? Magnesium oxide. So chemical equation, how do we write a chemical equation? Now see, that magnesium is represented by Mg and oxygen is represented by O2. So MgO. So this is the way we write the chemical equation. Now this is equation has to be balanced. Balanced means both on the reactant sides and on the product side the same number of molecules are there. You can see this equation. Equation of zinc plus sulfuric acid, we get zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas which is liberated. Now see how it is represented. Zn for zinc, sulfuric acid H2SO4 and ZnSO4 is the product, zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. Now see, this is the reactant side. Zn plus H2SO4 is an reactant side. and this one ZnSO4 plus H2 is an product side. Now let us calculate the number of atoms on both the sides. There is elements. First element is zinc. Number of atoms in the reactant, that is this left hand side. How many zinc molecule you can see? 1. Hydrogen H2, so there are 2. Sulfur 1 and oxygen 4. Now on the product side. Now see on the product side you will see the Zn is 1, S is also 1, hydrogen it is 2, oxygen it is 4. So now we will balance it. How we will balance it? Now just have a look. We'll balance it. We'll just try to first balance the number which is in the less. That is Zn1, Zn1. So we'll not go for it. But we'll go for hydrogen. You can see hydrogen over here, reactant product is same. Only the sulfur. Sulfur over here is 1 and over here it's also 4. And oxygen is 4, 4. So this way, this reaction is completely balanced reaction because both on the reactants and on the product side, the number of atoms are same. Just have a look at Fe plus H2O, you get Fe3O4 plus H2. Now see in this reactant side Fe is 1, but on the product side Fe is 3. On the reactant side you have H2 2, over here also H2 2. But oxygen in the reactant side is 1 and on the product side it is 4. So we have to balance it. So now what we'll do, just have a look at the table. So now initially we'll multiply H2O with we have to make oxygen 4. So H2O has to be multiplied. So we'll multiply H2O with 4. So when you multiply H2O with 4, you can just have a see in this table. So what you will get, Fe plus 4H2O. This will now just look on reactant side Fe is 1, on the product side Fe is 3. On the reactant side hydrogen is 4 into 2, that is 8. So reactant is 8 and on the product side H2 is only 2. So now again in the next step we'll multiply H2 with the 4. So now see, reactant side and the product side hydrogen is balanced. Now what we have to balance? Oxygen is also balanced. Only we have to balance is Fe. So we'll multiply on the reactant side Fe3. So now see, this is the final equation which we have got on balancing. Other such chemical equations we'll study in my next session. We have some questions of the text. Why should a magnesium ribbon be cleaned before burning in the air? Because to remove the impurities from it. Now these are the balanced equation you have to write. Hydrogen plus chlorine, you will get hydrogen chloride. So try to write these reactions and we'll see in the next video. First initially we'll see the solution of it and then we'll go for the other chapters concept, that is the concept is types of chemical equation. Be with my video and keep watching. Thank you.